Hey, what's going on? My name is Ben Atkins and
Tabitha Thomas.
And welcome to the AdLab blog. Today we're going to be breaking down a really fun funnel from HP.
Printers.
And this one's different because it's not much of a funnel, but I feel like it's getting the job done.
It is very direct and I like it.
Yeah, so let's dive in, let's get started. Let's take a look.
Let's do it.
So this particular funnel is interesting because they are doing it different than anything we've really checked out so far. And with this particular funnel, it's HP, and you got to kind of keep in mind when you're dealing with companies like this, they have more ad budget than just about anybody we are
on the planet.
Yeah, we're looking at. So they can afford to do some things that most people wouldn't be able to do. And this is the perfect example of what you can do when you have a little bit more of an ad budget and you don't care about most of the things that we normally care about. So first things first, let's actually go through the ad.
Yes.
And this particular ad, I like it because it's one of those beautiful pictures that right away you sort of get curious about because it's cool new tech. And so with this ad, we're looking at this, make your adventures more memorable, print instant snapshots with the HP Sprocket. So this is like appealing to, and I've not even looked at the targeting yet, but this appeals to me as kind of the kid that came up with Polaroids.
Yes,
and,
exactly what I was thinking.
You know, I miss those. And that's something that I absolutely am always looking for. And even if it's not practical, even if it's more practical to have the darn thing on my phone.
I'm one of those people, though, even though you have the digital age and you've got your cameras and your cell phones and everything, I want a printed picture. Like, there's something for me to hold it in a photo album. Like, I have them all over my house, and actually I'm willing to pay people to put them together for me. Because I want something to hold. Like, there's something to it. So
it's interesting. And so, I always like the ability to actually print out a picture. And I think there's a lot of people around my age, especially, that miss this whole aspect of it, and we're willing to pay for nostalgia. It's kind of like, record players. I love the way that a record sounds. And sort of the same thing for me. So when I see this come across and I see a picture coming, like a real picture coming out of something, and I see pictures sort of blurred in the background, I get into it. And if you look at this, there's a lot of people that are into this. A lot of social proof that this ad is working. And a lot of shares, a lot of likes, some loves in there, and a lot of comments. So that's cool. We get over here to the actual targeting, and it's interesting. We've got 23 through 60 is what we're targeting. So I would venture to say that probably anywhere from 30 and up, maybe I'm off a little bit, but 30 and up gets the whole Polaroid thing.
You know what's funny, though, is that my niece, who is, let's see, oh my gosh, how old are my kids? She's probably 9.
Right.
She's probably 9. Got a Polaroid camera for Christmas.
And digs it. So outside of our age range, it works.
I think it works for any age, actually. So I wouldn't knock out the 20.
No, that's good. So with what we got here, we are being targeted because we are part of what you would call a lookalike audience. People who are similar to their customers. So they've uploaded a customer list, people that have bought from them, and they're using that to target people that are like their customers, which in this case, it works. And so we've got this ad in front of us, and typically we're going with the whole, what's the elaborate squeeze page or store that we're going to, but HP plays a little differently.
They do.
And so let's check out where you go when you actually click on the sucker. Right over to Amazon. Now, for my Amazon friends out there, they're going to absolutely cringe at this. The people that are selling on Amazon, the people that buy on Amazon, this makes all the sense in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just want to buy it right
I'm
away.
an Amazon junkie.
And like, if I can just click it and it's already on the way, I don't even feel like I've spent real money half the time.
Yeah.
So it works in that regard. But my friends that sell on Amazon, this is something that is absolutely going to make them cringe. Because what happens is your ranking on Amazon is typically based on your conversion rates. So if you were sending a lot of traffic directly from a website like a Facebook ad, it's going to affect your conversion rates. Not quite the way that it used to, but there's still a correlation between you send a lot of traffic, and a lot of that traffic doesn't convert into an actual sale, it's going to take your rankings down. Now, for me and you selling, you know, because back in the day we sold these little whiskey ball thingies that made your ice cubes or whatever. Because there was like 400 other people that sold those things, ranking was very important to me. So if you typed in round ice ball maker, I wanted to show up at the top. So my conversion rate, that would be a very big deal. If you're HP, you don't care.
No.
You could care less.
Just sell the printer.
Because HP knows they own the Sprocket brand. They own the HP brand. Portable photo printer, they're probably not super worried about if they rank for that right away. And the reason is because they've got the money to drive people here in the first place. Ranking is going to come in more into it if we're just trying to be organic with it. Now, could they do that? Sure. If they did want to do that, they would take us to a landing page first and then send us from there after maybe we'd opted in. So we had raised our hand and said something. But the strategy here is simple. They're HP. They've got ad budget. And they've got this cool piece of tech. And they know if you go to Amazon and you land on this page and they're giving you, you know, nice views. They've even got a video that you can watch here, which is cool. They know that if they can just get you to this page, that the Amazon effect is going to take over. And what I call the Amazon effect is exactly what we were talking about. I like it. It's priced within my price range. I'm going to order it and probably not ever even think about.
No, I don't think about it till it shows up on doorstep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bought that.
It's amazing. So the strategy here is driving direct to. Now, the one thing that I would be very curious about is how, if at all, are they targeting this to track it? And that's the thing. Is there something that they've got built in to track this? Because that's the one thing I don't like about this particular thing is, how do I know if this particular sale came from this Facebook ad, if it came from, you know, and so it's very difficult to track when you're sending to Amazon at least exact numbers.
Yeah.
So if I had to bet, I'm going to bet out of the gate that this is a play to get this out there, to get it started. They've got 211 customer reviews. They're actively answering questions on this. I would be willing to bet that they are getting this thing out there, getting the popularity built up, and just doing their best to sell the crap out of these without.
I didn't know it existed.
No, I didn't either.
Until we saw this. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
So, yeah, you know, I think it's an exposure thing out of the gate, but I think, you know, what they're trying to do, and it's actually very effective, is very active monitoring of this. You can see with the 110 questions that they've answered, somebody's watching this page because they're driving ad traffic to it, and probably not just from Facebook. Because of that, and because they feel like they've got a winner on their hands, they've got a lot of really good reviews, which takes the sales way up too.
So do you think on their Facebook targeting that maybe they use something, is there something in there for an Amazon Prime user or anything?
What's interesting is you can, with certain tools, you can pull the email addresses in a weird sort of roundabout way, but Amazon's not going to let you pull the email addresses directly to actually target that way.
Gotcha.
So it's interesting how this all comes about, because if I'm HP, you know, I probably want to send to my site, but the crap part of it is you don't get the social proof that you're going to have with Amazon. When I go to Amazon and I see an HP product, I trust the reviews over if I go to HP and I see a bunch of reviews, because I know Amazon controls these reviews. So I guess what I really love about this is they are leveraging the trust that Amazon has. Because, like I said, they've got a page that's doing really, really well. They've got the reviews in place. And this is, just feels like a standard Amazon buying experience. The thing that I don't like is I wonder how they know, what they're spending on this is actually, because of the tracking issue. But, as I said, I know dealing with a company as big as HP, it's probably not quite the same concern that most small businesses would have with something like this, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So
I still like it.
I like it too.
It intrigued me enough that I'm like, hey, let's look at this one.
I think it's interesting, and what I would really love to see is down the road, I would love to see Amazon give people more ways to track what they're doing. I know they're working on it.
Yeah.
But I think Amazon only wins if companies, especially like HP with a budget, are sending people to Amazon. Mm-hmm. So what are the things that Amazon can give their folks that make them more likely to send to here rather than a Shopify page or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I get excited about something like this is you see a big company doing this, there's things going on in the back end that make more sense because they see the back end.
Yeah.
The sales are coming in, the reviews are coming in, which is good. I think the most important thing with a tool like this is there's a lot of things that are going to print photos, but this was reviewed very well on a huge site like Amazon. And reviews are going to play into your rankings too.
Yeah.
So, and Amazon, the reason it plays well for Amazon is Amazon knows if they get you on the site, you're probably buying more stuff on the site.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably becoming a Prime member. You're probably doing all of these things. So, like I said, I think HP has taken a very interesting stand here with sending here. And I would wonder, is HP actually cut some sort of deal where they got more data coming through? Who knows? But end of the day, I had never heard of this product before.
I hadn't either.
And I think it's cool.
I think it's very cool.
And I think if you look at the reviews and you look at the questions answered on this particular page, it starts making a lot of sense why this is probably a very high converting ad for HP, because you come to this Amazon page and it just says this is the photo printer that you want out of everything else that's out there. And there's people doing video reviews.
Video reviews.
Yeah.
Those to me are like gold
It's
when
gold.
I'm buying something. Yeah.
It's gold. So, I think this is a perfect example of they're sending traffic, they're making sales, but they're watching the page closely.
yeah.
So if you do send to Amazon, yes, you're going to have some issues with your conversion rate because there's going to be a lot of traffic that hits that doesn't buy. But if you're watching it closely like this, you're probably going to have some good reviews come through. Not necessarily because they were happy with the product right away, but because they got their questions answered, because it was a good experience across the board. It's interesting.
I think that's interesting too. Give you some options on printing or buying. You
Nice.
get the printer and the paper.
Which instantly valuable
Yeah.
to do that. So interesting funnel. I liked it.
I liked it.
Any other comments that you can think of?
No, I want one.
Cool. Yeah. So if you like this funnel, we do funnels like this all the time in AdLab. And not only can you see the extended version of this and see all the links and all the good stuff that goes with us, but for all of our funnels inside of the AdLab private mastermind, you can get in and we'll show you everything. So all you need to do that is look below this video and there's a button and you can click and you can become a part of the private mastermind. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time.